Dr. Brian McDonough, and welcome to Coronavirus Today. It is Thursday, April 29th, 2021. Right now in the world, we're approaching the 150 million mark in cases. That's 149,718,587. India obviously is having the most serious concerns. We'll talk about that shortly. In the United States, 32,230,809 cases. As far as deaths in the world, 3,153,418. In the United States, 574,330. As you know, I'm doing fewer and fewer of these reports because obviously things are improving. But I do want to talk about some glitches and things that are important to talk about. First, something that's far more than a glitch. It's a tragedy, is what we're seeing in India. There's a desperate need for oxygen tanks. There are funeral pyres in parking lots. It is devastating, and it is a shot and an example of what can happen if we can't get vaccine distribution, when there's denial about the importance of masks and social distancing, and it just shows how this virus will run rapid. Sadly, many innocent people get caught up in these things. Everyone's innocent really when it comes to this virus, but people who are even trying to do all they can get caught up when the numbers get that high. So we're obviously hoping that the world comes to India's aid, just as the world has come to the aid of so many other countries and situations. And obviously thoughts and concerns for the people of India. Brazil's not much further behind. They're actually having issues as well. In the United States, there's been a lot of talk about vaccines, and certainly there are some great advantages, things that are happening that are all positive. But I still see numbers in hospitals of people, high numbers of people admitted, people still in the ICU, people very sick and coming in with new cases of COVID. So you have to understand, we still have to stress the importance of vaccines, especially in those who, for a wide variety of reasons, many of them very good reasons, don't trust the vaccine programs. We got to do all we can to reach out to groups to let them know that these vaccines are far safer than the option of getting COVID. And, there's a lot of people who need to have that conversation as well as access to the vaccines. Access is far greater than it has been. There's been some concern about Johnson & Johnson, obviously the 10 cases out of 7 million doses. It's certainly something to think about, but they ended the pause because, I looked in my own career of medications I use to help people. Every medication has side effects. Everything that we give has a potential of a downside, and we weigh the risks versus the benefits. And clearly, the benefit of getting a one-dose vaccine, especially for people who may not be able to come back for a second dose, it's important. Also, the delivery system is helpful with that. So we have to continue to look at these options, and everyone should seriously think about vaccines. If you haven't, again, it's a personal choice, but at the same time, it also puts others at risk if you don't get the vaccine, because there's a greater chance for COVID to stay in our community and to mutate. And I guess that's the final thing. The point that I want to make is that we are all together as a world. We live in one world, and what impacts India or the United States or the EU or Africa, it impacts everyone because this virus travels. We've seen that it can. It started in a little town, or actually a big town, but a town in China, and it moved, and look at how much damage it has done. So it can continue to mutate and change. So we have to keep our eyes out, continue working, and continue understanding that COVID is with us, and it is part of our new reality that we have to deal with. We hopefully can control it. And as we start to get back to normal, we also have to start dealing with the depression, the anxiety, the post-traumatic stress disorder, all those things that have been associated with COVID. Last report for this week, but a final comment for today, and that is essentially that think about those who lost loved ones in the past year. They don't have someone at their table, and they've lost a father, a son, an aunt, an uncle, a sister, a brother, whatever. They've lost people to COVID, and as they suffer this 1-year anniversary, their hearts are ripped open again. Our thoughts are with them. Please wash your hands.